Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rocks with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blogs. It looks like this is going to be the quickies edition, you guys. I'll explain to you in a minute, okay? Let's get to it. Alright, rock stars. So, yes, I have got to make this video the abbreviated version of Top of the Blogs. I don't even know how well this is going to go. All I do know is I left on my lunch break 40 minutes ago. To do Top of the Blogs, and I have been on the phone with financial aid at Southern, my son's school, trying to get that handled. All right, and I'm just so fucking stressed and annoyed. It starts already. They've taken up all my time. I gotta go back to fucking work. Okay, so yes. Thank God the subjects today are, it's nothing that I need to be getting down deep into. So like I said, this is going to be the quickies edition. Now, the first story up, we've got to talk about this whole Layla Rashawn, Antoine Fuqua, Nicole Murphy, and I guess we'll throw a little bit of old Lisa Ray McCoy up in there as well. Okay, we got to talk about that story. You guys all saw it. Nicole Murphy, she was fucking around with Antoine Fuqua. Not clear on the situation with Antoine and Leila. We know legally they are still married. Not sure if they're separated, whatever it is. They've never made any announcements on their marriage. They're quite quiet about their marriage, and you don't hear much about them anyway. At any rate, Antoine being a married man, out in wherever he was in another country with Nicole Murphy, it is very clear that they were a bit more intimate than the family friends that they are trying to say, or at least that she is trying to say that they are. Antoine has not said anything, and I doubt that he will. Layla Rashawn will not say anything. She has removed herself from social media and the embarrassment of that. And, it's all falling on Nicole Murphy. Now, I know we can all say that, it's not fair that the woman has to bear the brunt of it, and, that nobody seems to be coming down hard on the man. The fact of the matter is, it's always harder on the woman than it is on the man. Is it fair? Absolutely not. All right. Both Nicole and Antoine knew that, as far as we know, because we really don't even know the situation with Leila and Antoine. Like I said, they could have been separated, and we just wouldn't be privy to that information. But in the public eye, where we see, the way that we understand it is, you both are fucking around, and you both got caught, and you both are guilty. In my opinion, it falls more so on the man, because the man is the one who has the commitment. And it's bitches and hoes out here all the time that will do what they need to do to be with married men. And it's up to the man ultimately to remember that he has a wife at home. Antoine has not been any angel. They say that he has a couple of outside babies. I read a couple of articles and different little things on my research on the internet that said that he has fathered, at least we know of, 2 babies outside of his marriage in the last, I would say, in the last 5 years. And we haven't heard anything about that. Like I said, we don't have the inside scoop on what goes on in Antoine's and Leila's life. But yet and still, it's just unfortunate. It's fucked up that Nicole Murphy, they're saying that she's friends with Leila, and I don't know if they ace boon coons or anything like that, but they say they run in the same circles and that their families have been friends for years. I mean, Antoine Fuqua is a very well-known director, so I'm sure that their paths have crossed probably more than once, probably more than 10 and 20 times. Okay, so yeah, it is fucked up as a woman, Leila, thinking like, okay, damn, I got to worry about these bitches that I don't know trying to fuck on my husband, and now I got to worry about the bitches that I do know that's trying to fuck on my husband. I will let you know that maybe you might need to keep them you might need to keep the enemies close but the friends closer. They in a different country. Like I said, even though she's trying to say they were family friends, they just greeted each other. How many times do we need to greet each other? There's more than one picture of them kissing each other. And just the whole setup. I mean, he doesn't have any clothes on. He has a towel around his waist. Not quite sure if he has on swim trunks. I mean, she had on a bathing suit, I believe. But, you know, it's just... It's just a no. It's just a no. Okay, the whole card has been pulled on this one, and it's pulled on both of them. And like I said, it's even more embarrassing for Leela, because not only do we now talk about the fact that he's fucking around with Nicole, but we also talk about the fact that he has these other babies. We wouldn't even be talking about these other outside babies, which is even more troubling when you think about him being married to Leela. So yeah, all of this is embarrassing. I feel bad for her. You know, she's kept a low profile for a long time, and you know, she has her kids. I think they have 2 kids together, and you know, she's focused just really being on her being a mom. And every now and then we'll see her in the pictures, and she seems to hang out with that crowd with Tina, Knowles Richardson, and is that her last name? You guys know who I'm talking about, though. Beyonce mama, and Vanessa, and Holly Robinson, and LL Cool J's wife Simone, and you know, that whole group. They're all real close, and I always, you know, every now and then I'll see her in the pictures with them, but for the most part, she has kept a low profile, and so I know she's hating that all this extra attention is now being brought to her marriage, her life, you know, her children's lives, and all of that. But, you know, just let it be known that Antoine is no saint, and that he been out there fucking around, you know, and is at least paying child support on 2 babies right now. So that's that. Now, everybody is all going on and on about Lisa Ray McCoy and how she has come out and said that Nicole Murphy also slept with her husband, okay, who was the prime minister of Turks and Caicos. Remember when she got married and she was a princess, and you know, we got the whole full story of her, you know, going to the royal families' homes to have dinner and all of this, and you know, she's in the mansion and the islands and all that. Okay, now her husband, I can't even think of his name right now. Music, I think that's his last name. He also was known to be a philanderer and, you know, a womanizer, and he loved the young starlets, and you know, he was able to scoop Lisa Ray up, but he was also out there doing his thing, and his thing included Nicole as well, okay, amongst the many other women that they say that he was fooling around with. You know, Lisa Ray, yeah, I guess she has a right to be upset. I mean, that was her husband, and Nicole was evidently knew and was fucking around with him anyway. And Lisa Ray's whole approach was, you know, we've all done some shit, you know, that we've done and made some decisions that we probably shouldn't have made. You know, that's the way you cover yourself when you know you done did some shit now, okay? You know, we draw the line where it's the friend. I think that's what she was saying. You fuck around if you're gonna do it, but don't fuck around with your friends, your family friends, the people that's been at your house, and we go to games together and all of that. Okay, well, I guess I could agree with that. Out of all of the people it is in the world to fuck around with, can you at not least fuck around with somebody that was just at the house last Sunday for brunch? But you know, we can't forget the fact that it's always been rumored that Lisa Ray was having an affair with Gary Payton for years. That went on for a long time. He was still actively married, and they said that, you know, them two were fooling around. I even read that Gary Payton's wife had to beat the brakes off of her one time at a game. And some other, so there's some shit also on Lisa Ray out there, but I guess we'll let her have this. Okay, yes, she did. She did it to her husband, and we ain't talking about other shit that didn't happen. We just talking about this one particular moment. Yes, she did cheat with Lisa Ray's husband, and now she's not surprised that she's cheated with Leela Rashawn's husband. I also did some more research today and found out that Nicole Murphy also dated Gary Payton back in the day, or at least there's some rumors that those two were dating at some time. So then I was like, oh, is this some sort of strange triangle that we didn't know about? Does Lisa Ray have a problem with the fact that Nicole Murphy may have, kind of played twinkle toes in the bed with Gary Payton? Okay. Is there more to this story? I don't know. But when I was doing my little research, they did have a little moment where they said that Nicole Murphy and Gary Payton was rumored to be doing something there. So then I was like, oh, Lisa, now what is this? Are you more upset about him fucking around with, Turks and Caicos? Or are we also upset about the fact that, she was supposedly fucking around with your main boo, side chick boo, but main boo anyway. Okay. So yeah, it's a lot to the story, but the bottom line is it is fucked up for Nicole Murphy and Antoine Fuqua to be fooling around, and now we just gotta deal with it. Okay, again, like I said, he not gonna say nothing, and it's all gonna fall on Nicole Murphy, and that's too bad. But those are the chances that we take as women, because society is not fair. And, it's always the woman is the hoe and never the man is the hoe. It's going to die away. It's going to go away. But in my opinion, she should have just never said nothing instead of saying, oh, yeah, we family friends that just greeted. Girl, it's about 4 pictures of y'all kissing. Hey, how you doing again? But in the end, a family has been at least embarrassed or hurt. And y'all check on old Leela out there. I don't know exactly, where her mindset is at this moment or anything. I do know that she got the hell up off of social media, like she should have, because nobody needs to be seeing and having to hear that, even just accidentally scrolling. I mean, that shit was all over my timeline the other day. So hold your head up, Miss Leela Rashawn. If they were indeed actively still married, or if Leela had then already kicked his ass to the curb because of all these other outside babies that have happened in the last 5 to 7 years, and also hold your head up to her kids that also have to, worry about this and be embarrassed by this, and shame on Antoine and Nicole. What do you guys think? Who do you think is more to blame in this situation? Do you agree with me? Should it fall more on Nicole because she's friends with Leela and we got the woman code? Or is it under the man who has a commitment under God to be faithful and loyal to his wife? You guys let me know what you think about that in the comments below. Well, child, that wasn't no quickie, now was it? Let's follow up on the Disneyland brawl. Okay, so remember your cousins Avery Robinson, he's 35 years old. His sister Andrea Robinson, she's 40 years old. My phone is a typo. Thank goodness I remember that. And her husband, Damian Petrie, he's 44 years old. Well, the Orange County District Attorney's Office finally went on ahead and charged that asses for the fool of fucking niggotry that went down in Toontown in front of Goofy's house. Let me get my notes here. They done charged everybody that I just named with. Okay, so Avery. They also say that he tried to hit one of the employees with his car when he was leaving Disneyland, and that he threatened his sister and her husband, insinuating that he was going to shoot him with the gun, doing the gun thing with his hands. So he has 5 felony counts, you guys, including domestic battery and assault with a deadly weapon, and 9 misdemeanors. Okay, faces up to 7 years and 4 months in state prison. Andrea has 5 misdemeanors. She faces 2.5 years in jail. And Damien has 1 misdemeanor count of battery and faces 6 months in jail. Okay, so that was the 3 originals that was cutting the fuck up. Okay, looks like Avery's girlfriend has escaped it. All right, she was the one that caught the beat down because Andrea had then told Avery that his girlfriend had hit the mama and knocked Granny down on the train tracks. Remember? Turns out she didn't. And if you listen to the video, she actually was checking up on the mother, like, oh my God, are you okay? Like, I would never. I heard her say, I would never do that. But of course, because Avery was so fucking full of the devil that day and couldn't listen to reason, he's so busy claiming that he a Crip and that he going to jail today. No, you might not go today, but you probably will go in the future. He's so busy being hyped up on his own shit that he didn't realize that his girlfriend hadn't done nothing and just went on the strength and the word of your sister that you was just fighting with. You was just fighting with the sister, but you gonna believe what she said just so you can go over there and beat up on your girlfriend. That'll let you know that that's a nigga that just want to beat a woman up. He just want to beat a woman's ass. Because common sense should tell you that your sister is mad at you and your girlfriend is an extension of you. So what I'm going to say is your girlfriend hit mama. But I'm going to have my own damn thoughts in my mind. See, if you wasn't acting a fucking fool, you would have seen that the girl ain't knocked your mama down. Okay, your mama was trying to stop it and you guys done knocked the lady all out of her chair. Shut I'm telling you the truth. So it's bad news for Avery and Andrea and Damien. Something tells me that Damien and Andrea might not get no time. But Avery, the way he was acting a goddamn donkey, he deserved to, something need to happen to him. And I know everybody was like, yeah, and she spit in his face and everything. And spitting in the face is really one of the most degrading and upsetting things. It shows the most ultimate disdain for somebody. I guess you can't expect a motherfucker to spit in your face and then you not gonna have some sort of retaliation. But the way he is beating down his sister and the women and all of that, it was obvious that he had the upper hand on that sister. All right, so that's what then went down. And child, they done brought the property value down for Goofy. Goofy was like, I got to get the fuck out of here now. Damn, Donald, what y'all talking about over there? These niggas fighting in front of Goofy house last week. They come find out that motherfuckers leaving abandoned cars around there and everything. I mean, the neighborhood has degraded. We gonna get Toontown back together. And in the meantime, they say, yeah, it's time to go to court for the Avery, Andrea, and Damien. Y'all got to do better. You got to do better. All right, you guys. So they say that Wendy Williams is about to put out a biopic of her life, and that is going to be a Lifetime movie next year. Are you guys looking forward to this? I'm a little concerned. Lifetime has not done the best job when it comes to biopics. Now, you know, people were very impressed with the documentary that was done on R. Kelly, but we're not talking about documentaries. We're talking about a biopic. Biopic. I never know what I'm saying. What is it, y'all? Is it biopic? Biopic? Anyway, you know, Lifetime hasn't done the best job, but they're saying that Wendy Williams is going to be at the helm. She's grabbed the bull by the horns. She gonna ride it all the way through to the end. And I guess that's a good thing. You know, I mean, first of all, it seems very soon for us to be talking about a biopic about her life. They're saying the project will be, quote, her scrappy upstart days in urban radio to the success of her own syndicated talk show, unquote. Okay, so maybe it's more about her life before Mr. Hunter, but nobody cares about her life before Mr. Hunter. We want to know the story with Mr. Hunter and all that went on after that. Okay, but yeah, I don't know. It's just early. It just seems too early. It just seems way too early to me. But they say that it's happening. They say that Will Packer of Girl Trip fame, didn't he do Think Like a Man and Think Like a Man 2? They say that he's going to be producing it. And Lee Davenport of Boomerang fame will be writing the script. I just feel like it's too soon. Like, we've already seen it all play out in the you know, in the news. Just seems like it's overkill. I want Wendy to just have a good time, enjoy your life, okay? Get back on your feet, you know, with with your relationships, or you going out there, you in the dating world, and you living your best life as a newly single woman after being tied down for 20-30 years. That's the kind of thing that I want for Wendy. I don't want her to have to be doing this, but I guess maybe they got the feeling that they got to strike while the iron is hot. Okay, and while people are interested, because our attention span, it seems to be lacking these days. So I guess that's why they are doing it now. But to me, I don't really have to see that. I really don't have to see that, and I'm not clamoring to find out about. You guys, people are just texting me. Oh my God, you're stressing me out. I have a video that I have to finish doing. So everybody quit texting me, okay? I'm gonna call you as soon as I finish. All right? Wendy Williams biopic. Are you looking forward to seeing it? It's coming to Lifetime next year. All right, you guys. Let me get my... You guys, they're trying to really flare up my anxiety, and they started off so nicely. Meek Mill. Good news for him. He's been given a new judge and a new case. Okay? A new cut! A new color! Remember, he was convicted 2008 originally, drug and gun charges. Based on that case, he was given, I think, 7 years, I believe it was. I didn't put that back. I didn't put that information down. But we also know from that conviction, he was on probation. Every time he would get out, they would put more time on his probation, and it grew up to 10 years. Okay. He got in trouble in 2017. One was for a fight that happened at an airport that was not involving him, was not his fault. But I guess because he was in the vicinity of the fight, they gave him a little check off of that. And then also for riding an ATV. They said that he was in violation because I guess it's illegal, and they threw him back in jail. That was back in 2017. We know that Meek Mill had been fighting all of this going on. They've now agreed to throw everything out and start all over because they felt like the original judge had lost her impartiality, and that she had became too emotionally invested in Meek Mill and his life. They even said that she was infatuated with him. Okay, but whatever the problem is, they felt like she was just doing way too damn much. And the judges, the appeals, I guess, had agreed that they had a point, so they threw everything out. Also, I should say that a big part of the reason why they threw everything out is because the cops that were involved in the original charges turned out to be dirty cops, and they've been tried, and they gone on about their business. But now the cases that those cops affected, which some of them, one of them happened to be Meek Mill's case, now it's just fair to just throw it all out and let's just start over, without the bias of the dirty cops affecting the outcome of the case. So good for Meek Mill, okay? When good news happens, it just flows on down, and they say that he also got his label that he wanted, okay? Under Rock Nation, signed with Jay-Z. He now has Dream Chasers Records. Y'all, my heart is beating so fast because I'm just really trying to... Oh, Lord. Please. Help your daughter. They trying to stress me the fuck out. Oh, my God. It's Friday. Guys, why are you doing this to me? Okay, anyway. It's all gonna be good, you guys. This is every year. Every year I should be used to it. I should be. But getting back to Robert Rameek Williams. Okay, looks like he's got a new lease on life and good things are happening for him. So if they even do go back to court on this, that remains to be seen. But either way it goes, you know, we're praying that Meek Mill gets the fair trial that he was deprived of some 11 years ago. Okay, good luck to you, old Meek Mill. Guys, now after all of the celebrities out there that have been trying to put the good word out, just put good vibes in the air for ASAP Rocky, Sweden said, you know, none of that works here, and they have charged him with assault. He's going to go to trial over the fight that was caught on video on the cobblestone streets of downtown Sweden. It's not downtown Sweden. Let this be a lesson to us Americans. This is the land of the free and the brave, and child, that's a whole nother discussion, but that's what the United States is known for, okay? When you go to other countries, you got to realize that other countries don't have the same laws that we have. You have to be aware that things that you can do here, okay, such as spit on the street, you go do that some other countries and your ass will go to jail. You can simulate having sex on the stage here. You go to another country and you will go to jail. I guess you could beat somebody's ass in, you know, downtown Atlanta. You go to somebody else's country and you will go to jail. I mean, that's what ASAP Rocky found out. And even though I think he was being harassed and those guys were bothering him, but yet and still, you know, you just can't be beating asses in downtown Sweden, y'all. So he's going to trial. They say it's going to start on July 30th. Him and two of his associates that were with him. They were all charged with assault, causing actual bodily harm. They did beat some asses out there. Hopefully it comes out okay for ASAP Rocky, because they're saying that he's facing 2 years or something. Like, damn. You know, I know he up in that jail just regretting the shit that he said. At least I would hope that he is. Okay, now you're getting a taste of your own medicine. You realizing that at the end of the day, you are a black man. And no matter where you go and no matter how much money you have, that is what they see first. So I hope that the man do get out, you know, and that a lesson has been learned. All right. And like I said, I would like to see what he has to say about the way that he felt before, you know, he went over to Sweden. Does that still, do you still feel that same way here in 2019? So that's it, you guys. ASAP Rocky and his people, they still got a few problems ahead of them. You guys, and then lastly in quickies, following up on Diddy and Lori Harvey. I mean, people are saying that he's decided to give his worms to Lori Harvey. That the 49-year-old music mogul and the 22-year-old daughter of Marjorie and Steve Harvey, that they might be an item, you guys. It still doesn't make sense to me. It's still a crazy story to me. She's of age, she's legal, but it is disturbing and it's not cool to me. I wouldn't want my daughter, 22 years old, to be involved with a man that's 49 years old. But maybe because of the fact that he's Diddy and that he has all this money and he's going to provide the lifestyle that at least I know her mother would want her for her daughter, you know, maybe that takes up for it. I don't know. I just honestly don't understand the story. But they're saying that they're a couple and that they've been out and, you know, they dressing alike and walking on the streets of Soho and being caught by paparazzi. And I'm thinking to myself, like, if they were sneaking around, you know, there's ways to sneak and not be seen. So it's just strange that they're out and about. And like, it just feels like a publicity stunt to me. I don't know, but they say that they are a couple. They're even saying that she was engaged to him and she had to come out and say that she wasn't because she had a ring on. I was like, nah, I know Puffy ain't lost his fucking mind, okay? He supposedly loses the love of his life in Kim Porter, okay? Cassie walked away, and now she's having a baby with her man, Alex Fine. And for him to take it on to some girl that's 22 years old that used to date your son, and now all of a sudden you want to marry her? Like, I was just like, now this is even getting crazier. All right, I didn't believe that he had did that, but child, I mean, stranger things have happened, but I don't want them to be together. That's not the girl that I would want. I just feel like he is too old and too controlling, because we've heard stories about him and his women. And I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. But for right now, they saying that them two are a couple. I guess we just gonna keep our eye on it. What Justin say about all this, y'all? Anybody talk to him? Lil Duval. People are upset about Lil Duval saying that he don't like, the big curly, big black girl hair. First of all, Lil Duval doesn't like much about women. I don't think that he really likes women like that. He has a lot to say, and it's usually negative about women. But, I mean, it's fine. If he don't like big, curly, black girl hair, natural hair, I mean, he's entitled to have that feeling. But why do we even care? Do you want to be with Lil Duval? Is that what it is? If you want to be with him, then I guess that's how you would feel. But I don't give a fuck about what Lil Duval thinks about black girl's hair. I guess it's just a matter of taste, but I can't worry about Lil Duval. I'm not even gonna let him get my dander up, because he's said a lot of things about black women, so this him saying this is just not a surprise either. And y'all could get mad, because the madder that you get at Lil Duval, the more that he says. He knows that just gets women even more upset. So no biggie. Bow Wow performing the other day his song with Sierra, Like You, and he gonna stop the song and say, I had this bitch first, talking about Sierra. Listen, he's a fuck nigga. We've already established that. And Bow Wow has a whole lot of issues. It's ridiculous, because Sierra doesn't ever talk about him. For him to say something so fucking disrespectful for no damn reason, that's just kind of how he operates. Okay? In the meantime, I'm sure Sierra's not worried about it. All right? She's happy with her husband and her children. And Bow Wow is on Growing Up Hip Hop. So there's your answer right there. Can't worry about Bow Wow either. Fuck niggas is always gonna be fuck niggas. Emily Bustamante, they're saying that she broke up with Fabulous, or Fabulous broke up with her because he was seen in a picture having lunch with some mystery woman. Fabulous came out guns blazing, baby. Now, Fabulous never says anything. Whenever there's been rumors about him cheating on Emily over the years, he never, ever speaks on it. Okay? So it's something to see him actually speaking out quite a bit about this story that TMZ put out. He made it very clear that him and Emily are still together. That's the love of his life. And that woman that he was having lunch with was with a teacher, because he was wanting to do some extra things in the neighborhood that they live in, the community that, he came from. And for TMZ to put this story out when they haven't talked to neither Fabulous or Emily, gotten any confirmation, it's defamation. Okay, I know it's really defamation, but maybe it was just a little typo. But he said it's defamation of character. I guess he wants to take some legal action. But everybody is going on like, why is he coming out? Why is he saying it? Why is he doing this? Why is he, he don't never say nothing. He don't never say nothing before, because he did that shit. This time he know he ain't guilty. So he gonna yell it from the rafters. That's the only thing that makes me kind of believe Fabulous right now, because yeah, when you know you done did some shit, the best course to take is just to shut the fuck up. There comes a time when you know you haven't done anything, you have to speak up for yourself. And it's not like Emily and Fabulous have had the smoothest ride recently. And I guess he don't need something like this to fuck it up even more. All right? Let me fuck my own shit up. Don't come over here and create more fuckery. So, yes, he's made many live videos and he put out statements, and he's made it very clear that him and Emily are still together and that they haven't broken up, and for TMZ to kiss his ass because he ain't did all the shit that they said that he did. Lion King. I saw the movie. I enjoyed the movie. Okay, it was The Lion King. It's The Lion King. I've seen The Lion King, the movies. I saw the play, and then now I've seen the live action, and I was happy with all of them. Okay, some people are upset with it. Oh, I didn't go to see no National Geographic. Some nigga, it is a live action. What do you think a live action means? It's supposed to mean that you are watching a live action animal. That this is supposed to be really an animal talking. If you wanted a fucking cartoon or some, computerized, more on the cartoonery type of tip, then go watch the damn cartoon. I love the fact that this looked like real lions and, real baboons and real hyenas and all of this talking. So I enjoyed the movie, and I assume it done well. I didn't even get no numbers on it, but I know that it was all sold out all last weekend when we went to go see it. So, y'all, it's all right. You want cartoon, go watch a damn cartoon. R. Kelly's crisis manager, Daryl Johnson, he's resigned. Actually, the lawyer said that he's taking some personal time off because he a crisis manager, and Gayle King is interviewing him and asking him. She says, well, you have a 20-year-old daughter. Would you leave her alone with R. Kelly? Before she could even finish saying R. Kelly, he was like, absolutely not. It was like, y'all, that nigga, I believe he ain't did it, but I don't know for a fact. Now that he's been expressed doubt, he did try to go back later and clean it up and say he would leave his daughter, but nah, baby, that mind took over, that heart took over, that better sense of judgment took over and answered for you before you could come to the crisis manager part of your job and say, hell no, I'm not leaving my 20-year-old daughter with R. Kelly. Ain't no telling what might happen. So yeah, Daryl is on leave right now. Okay, I guess you guys can direct all questions regarding R. Kelly to the lawyers. And then lastly, you guys, Sarah Lindenberg. Do you guys know who that is? Sarah would be the white woman who was at home one day and just real at her wit's end about what to do with this hair when she go to bed at night. She don't know what to do. She didn't know what to do. She said she did some research and she was looking at different fabrics and whatnots, and she came across the thought that okay, so her hair is rubbing up against, friction against, these fibers and possibly breaking her hair. How to keep her hair smooth would be a silk bonnet. Y'all ain't know shit about that, did you? So Sarah went and got her some silk. And honey, she got to brainstorming and really thinking hard inside of her head and was like, let me make something that kind of look like a shower cap, but use silk instead. And we will put that on our heads at night. Bitch, I done came up with something. And, because of her hard work, she has decided to sell it for $98 you guys. Now, does this idea sound familiar to you? It should, because we've been buying that shit at the beauty supply for $4 for the last 20 years. Okay? And before we was buying it, we was just getting material. And we was tying it on our fucking heads every night. Baby, we've been tying up goddamn hair before my mama was born. Okay? Man, my mama was born in 1937. Honey, black people been tying up hair all their lives. Have you seen pictures of the women out on the fields picking cotton with their hair tied up? It might not have been silk, but you got the idea. We keeping this hair off of our damn shoulders right now. And this motherfucker Sarah, and not only did Sarah come up with this idea, she say, but Fashion Magazine has done this whole long story on, how innovative that Sarah has been, putting a damn silk bonnet on the fucking market for $98. Now look, I can't be mad at Sarah, okay? If you gonna get your money and if somebody's stupid enough out there to do it, then you know what, get your money, boo. But I think it's a fucking kick in the face that we as black women, okay, who have been doing it for years and years and years and years, all of a sudden Fashion Magazine wants to come out and say it's something new. Are you crazy? Have you been to the fucking Walmart in the not so good neighborhoods where motherfuckers is walking around in their pajamas and their hair tied up? I mean, they've been doing that for years. Why do you guys not know about this? They had to have known about it. But they always like to come up and say, this is something new. While we as black women sit over on the side and be like, you have got to be fucking kidding me. 98 damn dollars. I'm mad that I ain't so. Fuck, if I would go out there and sell some white women some $98 bonnets. I mean, who's the dummy here? Sarah or me? Shit, maybe I need to go and sew up some shit to... Child, it is some foolishness. Anyway, you guys, I don't know if Sarah has come to the realization that she probably has offended a whole community of black women who's been tying up their hair for years. But Sarah, baby, that ain't nothing new. What do they always say? Ain't nothing new under the sun? It's nothing fucking new under the sun. Not this whole silk bonnet thing. Child, ridiculous. I said, okay, Sarah. I guess I got to everything. Let me get off of here, you guys. I'm late. We do this every single week, so make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you... Oh my gosh, before I go, I was supposed to see... I gotta give a shout out to one of my rock stars. They proposed to their mate last week. Their mate's name is Craig, and my rock star is Totb King. I wanted to say his real name, but I didn't get the clearance on that, but I did get the clearance on the mate. Now, I know Totb King has been watching me for years. I've seen that name for years, okay? And I actually gave him a shout out on my 300th Top of the Blogs. All right. And now looks like they're going to be tying a knot, and I am so happy for them. And I know some people are going to be, because there was somebody else also in my comments the other day who asked me about their birthday and asked me to give them a shout out, but I don't know her name and I don't have time to look. Maybe I'll put it on the screen here, but y'all, I'm telling you, I don't normally do this because I forget. See, I was about to close out the thing and I was going to forget, but I was like, oh, I got to remember. So congratulations to Chris and Totb King. And you know, marriage is a wonderful thing. It's work, but it's worth it. Hopefully you guys live your lives together forever and ever, you know, in happiness, and work through whatever it is that got to get through. But at the end of the day, that love always keeps you together. So congratulations to the happy couple, and I'm gonna get on off of here before they get to texting me at the office. Okay, make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, rock stars, bye.